Hi, Miss Carmelia here again. As you can see, I'm totally dried off now. That's a good thing. And today we're going to talk about faith. Faith is believing in something even though you don't completely understand it. Having faith even when things don't work out the way we thought they were going to. Even when we've done nothing wrong, things still didn't turn out right. And sometimes we get in trouble and we didn't do anything wrong. That's the hardest thing to understand. But we have to have faith that God is with us every step of the way. God promises if we accept Jesus into our hearts that He will be with us, and He gives us the power of the Holy Spirit to do what He wants us to do and to speak His love to other people. He promises that. But nowhere in the Bible does it promise that everything's going to go just dandy. Doesn't say that at all. It says that God will be with us wherever we go. But sometimes things just don't happen the way we think they should. Now you may think that you don't really have faith. You have faith all the time. You have faith when you turn something on, that it's going to turn on. Let's say my fan here. I push the button, I have faith that's going to come on. I'll tell you another place where we have faith. Every time I open one of these and internet happens, I don't have the foggiest idea how the internet works. It's in the house, it's in the airwaves, it gets on the computer, and I can work with it. I don't understand, but I have faith that it's going to come on. See, faith is believing even though you don't understand. And sometimes when bad things happen, we don't understand. COVID-19, we don't understand. But we can have faith that God's with us every step of the way. No matter what, He's still here with us. And He'll get us through. And He'll give us His Holy Spirit to have the power to do the things He needs us to do. Now today our Bible story is going to be about a man named Stephen. Now Stephen was a friend of the disciples, and he loved Jesus. He was filled with the power of the Holy Spirit. And so the disciples gave him to help take care of others that were in the church, and love on them and make sure they had food and things like that. And when the religious leaders found out all the good stuff he was doing, they were not happy. So what do? They drag him into the Sanhedrin, the big group of religious leaders. And they said, "What are you doing?" Just like John and Peter from last week. They really hated Jesus and didn't want anybody talking about Him. Well, and what made it worse? They had some men come in and lie that Stephen had been saying bad things about Abraham and saying bad things about Moses. And it really got the people angry at Stephen. Stephen hadn't done anything wrong, but he had faith that God was right there with him. Jesus still loved him, and he was doing exactly what God wanted him to do, which was tell others about Jesus and His love, and he did. And the people got more angry and more angry. And then they took him outside, and then they threw stones at him. They wanted to kill him. And Stephen knew that he was going to die. And when he did, he realized this. He looked up into heaven, and God showed him what heaven was like. And then he had no fear. He had total faith that God is in control. And they did kill him. But Stephen knew that God was with him, and he had faith that he was doing the right thing. Now, we don't know why that had to happen. We do know that a man named Saul was there that day, and we'll get to him in a couple of weeks. He's going to come into play later on. But he saw what happened to Stephen, and how Stephen still didn't do anything wrong. He didn't get angry. He didn't get mean, even though they were lying about him. He had faith in God, that God was still in control. You see, sometimes we don't see the whole picture. We can't, because we're in our own little life. We're in our own little bubble. But God sees the whole picture. That's how we can keep going. that we know that God is in control of the whole picture, and we can't see it because we just see a little bitty part of it. Let me give you an example here. Take a look at this. What do you think this is? Bet your family has one of these or many of these. Did anybody guess a key? How about this? This is something you like to eat. Crunchy? Not a carrot. No. Did anybody guess cheese puff? Yep, that's a cheese puff. Really close up. Okay, how about this? Real close up of a light bulb. Yeah, that's a light bulb. Okay, one more for you. This is again something you like to eat. No, it's not ice cream. But it's kind of close. It's whipped cream. Yeah, I like whipped cream. So as you can see, sometimes when you are really up close, you can't see the whole picture. Well, that's the way our lives are sometimes. We can't see the whole big picture, but God can. We can be determined to finish what God asks us to do because we know that He sees the big picture, all of it. Even when things aren't going right and we really don't understand, we've done the right thing, we haven't done anything wrong, we've followed the Holy Spirit, and sometimes things just go not the right way. But God is still in control, and we have to have faith that God sees the big picture. He sees the whole story, and He even sees the end of the story. You see, sometimes we can have the best of plans, and it just doesn't work out the way we wanted. You see, when I was in Jamaica with my friend, I wanted to go off the mountain, Jamaican bobsledding down a mountain. I thought it would be great fun. Didn't work out that way for her. No, but that's okay. She survived, I survived. I thought it was great. It didn't work out the way she thought, but she did have faith in me that I wasn't going to get her killed. So, this week, I want you to have faith. I want you to don't get stuck and get angry and mean when things don't go your way, because that's, even though you didn't do anything wrong, remember that God sees the whole picture, and God sees the end of the picture, and He sees it all, and He's still in control. So have faith that God is in control. And our Bible verse continues to be Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up.